Hey there, kids! Do you like blood, guts, and gore, and tons of possible nudity, and also just completely ripping things in half and not, I don't know, everything's disgusting? Well, then you're gonna love Splatterhouse. Hello everybody, this is Alex from Hardcore Guides bringing you my guide for Splatterhouse on Brutal Mode. And this is episode 1 entitled Phase 1, Satan's Masque. As you can tell, these are not entitled by chapters, these are entitled by phases because it has to do with the story. Basically, well, I guess I got time to explain because there's really not much going on right now besides just you literally jump right into the action of this game. So pretty much you're playing as this guy named Rick Taylor, and you're going to Dr. Henry West's mansion for some studying. Well, your girlfriend was, but you're going along just because of the bodyguard. And Rick is like a scrawny little weakling nerd-looking kind of guy, but Jenny likes him. And so Jenny gets kidnapped, Rick gets killed. This Masque shows up, he puts on the mask and becomes this superhuman embodiment of everything superpowered. And basically, it's a fantastic game. I love this game dear to death. Now, there's certain chapters or certain phases I just do not like, but there's certain phases that I just love the hell out of just to play through. My favorite phase is phase 2 because of the boss and the song. Oh, also I forgot to mention, do you guys like heavy metal music? That's a good question I should be asking. This game has a lot of possibly copyright material, so if you see this episode go up and you see it come down like in the next few weeks or so, you'll know why. Because I got copyrighted for everything and it kind of sucks. So the basis of this game, if you couldn't tell already, you can pick up weapons and beat the crap out of people with it. It's kind of like the old Splatterhouse games. This is the 2010 version of Splatterhouse. It's basically a reboot, technically. And, yeah, it's awesome. If you've not played this game yet and you love beat-em-up games, this is definitely something for you to play. If you can stand gore, if you can stand lots of blood and violence and stuff like that, and of course, like I said, there is nudity, but you have to pick up pictures and find that to get that stuff to go. Well, then this actually might be for you. If you can stand God of War, you can stand this. So basically, I don't know the names of these enemies. I should have looked it up when I had the chance. So we're gonna call these little spiky minions. How about that? We'll call them spikers, I guess. Spikes. I don't know. I have no idea what their names are. I call them tetroids. Or teratoids. There's some like monster thing called teratoid, I think, and I just call everything else a teratoid thing, so. So we got these are the first introduction of enemies that we get, because these are actually the enemies that did kill Rick, and he came back and he's got these superhuman abilities to kill everything. As you noticed, in the beginning of the game, the whole screen went white. That's called Berserk mode. Basically, that's a rage mode of this game. But you don't actually acquire the ability to use it when you want until after phase 2. So right now, we're just basically just going through and beating things up. It's your basic beat 'em up like hack and slash kind of combo system where you press square to punch, like a light punch as you do like triangle for heavy attacks. Now again, I did say that there are weapons you can pick up. There's different kinds of weapons. There's also upgrades in this game, so it's heaven for me. Whenever I have a bad day, I just play this game and I just enjoy this game so much. So these little assholes right here, they only take 2 hits to kill, but you can press the circle button to grab them. And if you got 2 together like that, you can, well, Rick will take them and, like bash their heads in together. If you got 1, he'll just pick it up and throw it on the ground and kill it instantly, so. Those are just there for blood. That's pretty much the idea. So how blood works in this game is whenever when you do combo hits or you just keep beating somebody up, eventually those keep dropping blood. And if you like whack them like this, as you can see that bar, or that little like, that says like 91 right there, that little thing right there, that's my blood counter for like when you're just getting in blood combos and stuff like that when you're beating things up at a constant rate. And here's something interesting about the game as well. You have this thing called the Splatter Siphon. So whenever you're actually taking a lot of damage and you're about to die, press the L1 circle button to use a Splatter Siphon and you can heal yourself back up. Of course, it costs Necro. And you guys can probably already figure out where the Necro meter is at, because there's a health bar meter and there's a Necro meter. On the top, that little purple bar, that's my health meter. And at the bottom, that's my Necro meter. You build up Necro by killing enemies and beating them up and stuff like that, so. Splatter Siphon only wastes 1 of your bars, and I don't know what happened there. The freaking Elgato thing. I think the game just kind of like glitched up for a second there and kind of messed up my screen. I don't know what happened. I thought it was my TV, but it wasn't. So one thing I just want to let everybody know: this is a basic. You have to see how this is played to understand what's going on kind of game. I can tell you guys. I'm gonna be giving tips and tricks. And yeah, we just lost our arm right there. Yeah, when you lose your arm, you can pick it up. But the cool thing about this game is your arm will grow back too, so you'll get to see that. The thing that sucks is when you do new game, all that stuff that you are collecting, basically you already kept. There's two different kind of collectibles. There's pictures and these things, or these voxophone things. Well, anyway, so stupid. I forget what they're called. Damn, from the top of my head, I just can't think of it. Anyway, I'm too young. I'm too young to know anything. Well, anyway, you hit those and you basically you just listen into Dr. Henry West's journal, basic journal entries. That's what they're pretty much for. And then there's pictures of Jenny that you can find that Rick lost, or that was in her purse, but she lost because she's being taken away by Henry right now. Or I'll just call him Dr. West. We all understand what's going on. So these enemies, these are a new type of archetype of enemies. Each type of there's different types of enemies, but almost all the enemies of that certain archetype do the same thing. These are the guys that like to stand tall. These are the more taller kind of enemies than the smaller little spiky ones, because these guys actually are kind of a pain in the ass. They can grab you too, which is kind of a pain, like I said. You can block in this game, but I'm not going to be blocking. I'm just going to be rolling. And I'm going to show you guys an upgrade later to where you can have this ability to roll and not take damage while you do it. That's what's going to help make it or break it for you when you play Brutal Mode. I want to give you guys the best experience with how to beat Brutal Mode that you possibly can, because some people find that Brutal Mode is hard. Do I find this game hard? No. Some instances I do die a lot. It's just a habit. They brought back side-scroller missions, or not missions, but stages. Kind of like in the old games, if you guys are old enough, or maybe you don't have to be old enough to know. Like, I'm not old enough to know, but I know it. The cool thing is, this game actually comes with the original 3 games that were ported to the Genesis, that were from the arcade. And they got ported to the Genesis. And I think that's about it. I don't know. But yeah, whenever an enemy is outlined in red, I completely forgot to explain this, but you guys have already seen it enough to where you probably should know what's going on. When an enemy is outlined in red, that's an opportunity for a splatter kill. And basically, it's just an execution kind of move. It's really cool, though. They got different kinds. Whenever you rip somebody's arms off like that, you can't choose. It's just random what they give you. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's just random. Well, whenever you get a chance to rip off their arms, you can pick up one of those arms and use it, because the other arm will eventually disappear. Arms in this game, like when you delimit an enemy in this game, the arms usually tend to disappear after a while. But other weapons, like, the shotgun or chainsaw or hatchet and whatever like that, a cleaver, they don't really disappear until, like, you just leave the area and just go on your merry way. Cool thing about this game is you can come back and play the previous chapters if you really like a certain specific chapter. You can, well, like I just said, you can come back and play it again, like I do. I do that a lot when I play Phase 2. I don't know, I just do it. So another thing is, I'm not going to be getting all the upgrades, because this game is a little bit too short to get all the upgrades in. But you can actually do New Game Plus. It's pretty cool, though. You can actually go back to New Game Plus. And even when you beat the game on the easier difficulties, and you go to select Brutal Mode for the first time, you can actually keep all your upgrades before you get here. So it's kind of like Devil May Cry. But I said no. I say nay! I said no because I just want to make this as rough of a Brutal Mode as I possibly can, for those that are interested in doing it without having your previous upgrades, for those who are just interested in the game in general. And another thing, I want to keep this game as entertaining to you folks out there who don't really want to play this game per se. You just want to see how it is. And hell, I want to intrigue you guys to buying this game. This game is freaking fantastic. Well, hell, I brought it over to my friend's house one day and we played it for a little bit, and he was like, wow, that's actually kind of a fun game. I'm like, yes it is. Now, how I found this game was kind of odd, because I was looking online, more than likely. I don't remember exactly how I came across it, but I remember I found a video of this guy named, I'll tell you his name. His name's Taz1, with a 1 after it. And he had a video of Splatterhouse Phase 2 boss on Brutal Mode. I'm like, Splatterhouse, let's see what this is. So I checked it out, and I'm like, wow, this is a badass heavy metal music. And so I checked it out. I'll let you guys know the name of the songs that appear, only if I know that title. So right now I'm just blocking to show you guys what happens when you press R2 to block. I just wanted to show that off, because I'm not going to do it anytime soon, so I just wanted to show you guys what happens when you block. It's good for people that are probably like block happy, but yeah, I just don't. Well, anyway, I'll point out the songs that I do know, and like any other songs that I don't know, well then you guys can point out for me. Like I know some of the titles, like Headlong into Monsters and stuff like that. I just don't know the bands. I know there's like what's their name? The name escapes me. Damn it. Well, anyway, they got a lot of different like tracks in this game, and it might be possible copyright. I don't know for sure. So I just want to be very weary of that. I want to do this on my channel, on this channel first, before I do it on my other channel, just in case for copyright issues. Like, I don't want this channel getting taken down. Hell no. It's just more like, I don't want my main channel, all 800 or so videos, getting taken away just by some stupid ass freaking, song copyright track. That would just get really irritating. Yeah, here's the second spotter kill for this enemy right here. There are at least 2 different spotter kills for almost every enemy. I say almost every enemy because not every enemy has a spotter kill. Those tinier 2-hit minions, they don't have any spotter kills. You just press circle and you grab them and you kill them like that. So I guess you can count that as a spotter kill if you really wanted to. These jackasses, I want to explain something about these jackasses you should be careful of. When they can stun lock you. It's ridiculous sometimes. I'll actually get caught later on. I actually will get grabbed by one of the taller, more sturdier enemies. Well, these little bastards right here, they can stun lock you with a 3-hit combo. So the only way to get out of it is to roll away. I think you can probably block while you're getting beat up by one of them, but again, I'm just more of a roll kind of guy. So yeah, I want to make mention of something. My favorite spotter kill is right there. That's my favorite spotter kill of this whole game. I just love seeing that. I don't know why. It's just so satisfying to see these things get their mouths ripped out and freaking their lungs ripped out of their bodies. You guys probably like, oh my god, Alex, you're truly a sick fuck. I'm like, yes. You now know this? No, I'm kidding. Well, Splatterhouse was one of those games that really kind of dwelled into my own psyche. Like, I wouldn't do this in real life. I'm not stupid enough. I'm just saying, like, this thing does not intend me to kill anybody. It's a fucking video game. That's all it is. It's so satisfying to see the in-game enemies getting ripped up and stuff like that. It's just a certain kind of mental satisfaction that I get from playing this game because it's such a damn good game. Now again, like I didn't really explain what's going on very much. Again, like I said, it's mainly because there's really not much to explain of what's going on besides just just watch what's going on screen right now. Sometimes I'll leave in like these certain transitions and I'll skip them in the in-game skipping because I just don't want to edit them out because that's just too much. Not only too much work, it's just irritating. If you got a weapon by now, you can actually beat this asshole down with it and drop a lot of his health. He's only got 1 splatter kill, just so you guys know. And you have to press a certain kind of quick time event. Good thing about killing these assholes, I think those things are called territory. I will look up the names and I'll find those out and I will let you know in the next episode if I remember. So right now we're going to go ahead and get some upgrades. What are we going to upgrade first? Well, that was just showing a splatter siphon. I'm going to go ahead and get, let's see here. I think I get Unstoppable. I believe I do. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'm like, what's Unstoppable? There it is. Unstoppable. Basically, you're invincible while you roll. Get that upgrade first. First thing, get that goddamn upgrade. I got the the Gore Fest or whatever. It's just you grab them and you throw them around. And I got the uppercut ability, which is square triangle. Yeah, there's different kind of combo moves you can do. That's pretty much all the upgrades I got. So I will see you guys in Phase 2 when we get there. And I hope you all enjoyed this guide. And I will see you then. Take care, everybody.